Hey guys, it's Cthulthu here. So here I am at Barrows. So it's the 6th of January 2012, and 2 days ago Jagex actually released this update where they updated the graphics of Barrows, but they've also done a little bit more than that. They've updated the Barrows armor as well, which we've been expecting now since RuneFest. It was one of their planned updates. I think it's the first one that they've done. Actually, no, it's the second one, because I think it's the second one. I remember them announcing the update to the Wilderness, and they've done that now. That's actually something that I haven't actually looked at, but I don't think I will do, because I don't actually PK or anything like that. I have no reason to go in the Wilderness, and I'm not really bothered anyway. But Barrows is definitely the second thing I remember them saying that it would update. That actually makes me wonder, have they updated Dragon Armor in the same update, or maybe they'll do that at a later stage when they actually release another dragon item, maybe something like Dragon Kite, hopefully. But yeah, so I'm at Barrows, and I've got to say the place looks really nice. It's long overdue, the update, let's be honest. I mean, I think it's pretty much looked the same now since its first release, and I'm trying to remember if that's true. I think it is, and yeah, it looks nice, and I'm glad they've got rid of the pink Barrow brothers, because I never understood that. I never understood why they had to be pink of all colours, and why they had to be different colour anyway. I mean, I understand they're ghosts, but why can't they just be transparent in that case and not have to be pink? So I am glad that they've updated the Barrows brothers, so now they actually, well, they don't look like ghosts, do they? They look like their proper selves, such as yourself wearing the armour, basically. And yeah, I really like it. And also, the armor, the graphical changes they made to the armor specifically, I think that's a little bit odd, actually. They obviously didn't do the update very thoroughly, because one thing I noticed is that, you know, the Varax skirt, which is what I'm wearing now, it's still called the Varax plate skirt. But if you look at it in the inventory, it definitely looks like trousers, and when you're wearing them, they're trousers. It's definitely not a skirt anymore. I haven't actually seen Guthan's chain skirt yet, but I'm guessing that's the same. And also, I saw Kirill's in my inventory, in the bank, and that also looked like trousers. So yeah, I mean, all the skirts have turned into trousers, but they're still called skirts for some reason. So they definitely need to change that, don't they? You see, the thing I don't understand is they knew they were skirts, so why didn't they just continue to make them skirts and update them as skirts rather than making them trousers? So that's a bit weird, but otherwise, it all looks pretty good. I love the look of Varax's helmet as well. It looks like a proper helmet. To be honest, I hate the graphical look of the Natisno helm. I think that's how you say it anyway. I hate that helm. I've hated it since it came out. It just doesn't look very nice. And I've always wanted them to release a new helmet that actually looked cool, that I could wear looking cool with it on. And to be fair, there are probably a few helmets that do look cool, but probably are not mainstream helmets that you would usually use. But yeah, Varax's helmet, that's definitely one of the top helmets that someone would consider wearing, and it does look cool, so I'm happy that it does look cool now. It kind of looked like a bowling ball before, just a huge bowling ball around your head. As if someone placed a watermelon over your head or something ridiculous like that. So it looks a lot nicer, I think. And then Barrow Brothers itself, so I mean the entire area, I mean it looks a lot more dark and gloomy. That's nice. I like how there's a hovering mist over the area as well. Also, I don't know if you guys have been and noticed this already. I didn't notice it straight away. I did about 2 rounds of Barrows before I realised, but you don't need a spade anymore. It's not because you probably have one in your tool belt. It's actually because there's a spade on each and every single mound now, and if you just click on that spade, then you'll be able to dig your way in. So that's an extra slot you now get to have in your inventory. You don't have to bring a spade with you anymore, which is great, because not because it was a waste of a slot. That's not really what the problem was. The problem was most people would forget to actually bring their spade in the first place, because it's not something you think of straight away. And then what else have they changed? I do believe they changed one more thing to make it easier, but I can't remember now. Oh no, they haven't. They haven't done anything actually like that. The one thing I wanted to mention was, ever since Barrows came out, so the very first day it came out, I've been playing since then easily. And yeah, the first thing I noticed was, the first conclusion I came to was that all the Barrow brothers drop something as per usual. But instead of getting the drops on the floor, those drops just get passed into the chest, and then you open them. So basically, once you kill the Barrow brothers, that's when it's determined whether you'll get a drop from them. but you don't really know whether you've got that drop until you open the chest. So really it works like any other monster, like killing a Kelphite queen and getting a dragon chain. It's the same kind of chance of getting that drop. So that's always something I thought, and then this is it's finally been concluded. I definitely know for sure it works that way now, because well, this is actually something that you could have worked out earlier, but since the money bag has come out and it tells you how many coins go into the money bag, every time you open the chest, it doesn't give you just one lump sum of coins. It gives you several pieces of coins. So one time I got 300 coins, another time I can get 20, another time I can get 150, and you get it all in one go. So sometimes you can get 4 coin drops in that chest. Sometimes you can get 8. It depends on how many minions you kill as well, obviously. And yeah, it just shows that you do get independent kills from each thing that you kill. And it's not simply about opening the chest. And I mean, the only reason I came to that hypothesis and that I thought it was important to come to that is because back then people used to always ask whether Ring of Wealth affected drops, and I always came to the conclusion that Ring of Wealth should affect the drops, because you get the drops as you kill that NPC. The Ring of Wealth shouldn't affect what you get when you're at the chest and when you're opening the chest, but it should affect the drops that you get when you actually kill the monster itself. So I may have been I think it was wrong anyway. I think Ring of Wealth never did affect the entire Barrows place. I think that's what they said anyway, but that's how I used to think of it. And then what else is there to mention? So that's pretty much it, actually. There's not much else to mention about the update itself. Actually, one thing that I should mention is that I am pleased that Jagex thought of this novel idea of updating an area, but also bringing people to it. So, I mean, what they usually do is they just make a graphical update, and that's simply it. That's the graphical update. You go to the area, you have a look at it, you appreciate the work, and then that's it. You go back to doing what you normally do, and at the end of the day, it doesn't mean too much to you. But what they've done in this case is they've not just updated the area, but they've also given us a 1 in 10 chance to get double drops, and that's nice. That's a nice touch there, definitely. Because, I mean, it means that people aren't just coming to the area to have just a quick look at the graphical update, or people aren't just going onto YouTube to find out, what the update looks like, but they're actually, enticed into going to the place themselves and staying there for a little while and doing a few rounds of Barrows, because there is an incentive to actually to do the mini game. So I thought that was a good idea. Unfortunately, I did about 6, 7, 8 trips like that, something like that, and I unfortunately got nothing. I got lots of bolt racks, and I got all the normal runes and coins and whatever else, but I never got any Barrows equipment, unfortunately, and I didn't really want to stay there any longer. But you see what I mean. I mean, if it was a graphical update for Trolls, I'd go there for a second, I'd make a video, commentate on it, and that'd be it. I don't care less about graphical updates of Trolls, because I'm never going to go back there, really. But Barrows is totally different. I mean, I didn't just come to look at the update and give you a commentary. I came to do several rounds of Barrows and try and actually gain something from it. Another thing they've done is they've increased the drop rate of Dragonic Visage. That's obviously all of those increments in drops are for a temporary period of time. It's only a week, so it was updated on the 4th. It will end on the 11th, I believe. So it's only temporary, but definitely make use of the benefits that you get here for that temporary period. It's definitely worth it. So moving on. I don't know if this should be an independent Barrows video. I guess it should be, because it is a RuneScape updates video. But I'm going to mention a little bit about what I'm doing right now. So I haven't been playing RuneScape that much, but recently, the last couple of days or so, I've been reading this manga called Buckerman, and what I've been doing is I've still had RuneScape open, and I went to Rocktails and I started fishing, just AFK fishing, because it's nice and easy to do. And then I thought to myself, well, why not just go to Livid Farm and actually do something productive, something that will actually help me. What I'll do is I'll just stand next to the main NPC of the area and energize her every now and again whenever she needs it, and I'll get Livid Farm points that way, and then obviously I can continue reading my manga, and I can concentrate mainly on the manga that I'm reading rather than on the game. And I'm still making something. I'm still getting something useful. So that's what I've been doing. And I've gone a step further to actually grab the produce and string that up as well. So I'm energizing her and I'm grabbing the produce and stringing it up and putting it on the wagon, and those are the two activities that gets you the most points. So it's the two activities well worth doing. And yeah, so far I've got 175k points, which if you've been watching these vlogs or these videos for long, you'll know that it's actually pretty decent for me, because I think it was only about 60k about a few days ago, and now it's 175k, and with that kind of progression, it's pretty decent, because it means it will get done at some point, and it shouldn't actually take too long. I'm going to guess that it's going to be about, I don't know, 85 hours of work doing it, but because I'm not really concentrating on the game, those 85 hours should fly by. So yeah, given that I've got 175k, I'm expecting roughly 65 to 70 more hours of work to do. In fact, closer to 67, I think. So it sounds a lot, but it isn't a lot, because it doesn't really feel like you're playing the game. And whatever you do gain in that hour, it seems like a bonus from whatever else you're enjoying at the time. So yeah, that's what I've been doing, and 175k points, and obviously I have to reach 850k to finish off Livid Farm, and then I can really go head on into getting 120 Dungeoneering. On the timescale that I'm on now, with all the other things I have to do, well, actually there's not many other things I have to do, but with Livid Farm being the main focus, I think it's going to at least extend into March, which means that I am going to definitely go crazy during double experience weekend, trying to get Dungeoneering experience, extra Dungeoneering experience during that weekend. So yeah, I've definitely got the next double experience weekend in mind now for Dungeoneering, and until then, I mean, I will continue to Dungeoneer, but I definitely won't max out until then, and I'll definitely concentrate on Livid Farm and questing. And as a result of questing, I'll get all the music tracks I need. Also, another thing I should mention is that I finally got the tasks all done. So there was only the one task left, and that was to get the first Livid Farm spell. So now I've done that. I've got Taskmaster Remote done, and all the tasks are done. So that's another thing down. The only thing I need to do, I think, other than all that, so the Dungeoneering, the Livid Farm, the music and the quests, the music that will come along with the quests, is I've already forgotten what I was going to say. What is it? It is... Damn it, I've forgotten. Something really easy, but I've forgotten it now, which is really, really annoying. You know what, I'll come back to that at another stage if I remember it. But you know what, there's not much else to say, is there? So I'm going to leave it there. Oh no, I remember now, Fremnik Sagas. Yep, I've got one Fremnik Saga out of the 3 to do, where I need to still get 100% for it. And then I'll be done. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there, guys. But thanks for watching the video. Hope it was enjoyable, and definitely go to Barrows and see if you can get anything out of it. See ya until next time, guys.